Pet photography is one of the easiest types of shoots to do, and most photographers ignore it. It can bring a ton of work into you, and it can also bring a massive financial reward. I massively recommend it. My name is Mark Bailey. I own a photography studio that I've had for over 15 years. If you're interested in the business, the marketing and the sales side of photography, then give this channel a subscribe, because I'll be going through all of that, and it's that stuff that makes the difference between shooting and not getting big sales and actually making an awful lot of money. Today I'm going through pet photography, which is part of my little mini series covering 15 different types of sessions that we promote to fill our calendars every single week, every single month. It works really, really well for us. You don't need to find that one key thing and that's it. You can bring in a little bit of work from all of these areas and actually you'll be very busy. So, pet photography. First of all, it is a very easy entry point for photographers. You've got your clients that are already emotionally connected and attached to their pets. You can shoot all sorts of stuff. In our studio, we've had dogs, cats, we've had goldfish, guinea pigs, tree frogs, parrots, snakes. Thankfully, I'm not scared of any animals that come through the studio. My business partner is exactly the same. However, she really struggled with the tree frogs. We cannot stand cats. She is not a cat person whatsoever. For some reason, they creep her out. Saying that though, with cats, my advice, don't try and do cat photography. We've always struggled with it. A cat won't go where you want it to go. A cat wants to go and have a look where you're looking behind the camera. They want to go underneath the prop area. They want to go around the building. So they're very difficult shoots. Now, for these types of clients, first of all, they're really good for filling your weekday appointments. Unlike children photography, where they may have a child in school and things like that, so that needs to be very weekend dependent. If somebody's coming in for a pet shoot, they can take a day off work and they can come in. So it's really good to fill your weekday sessions. On top of that, they're really good as well if you need a nice big cash injection. You can do a pet mini shoot day or event or weekend or a couple of days during the week, where you can bring in an awful lot of clients. The spend can also be very big as well. There's all sorts of different reasons why people will come for pet photography, but pets are a multi-billion-dollar industry. People do spend a fortune on them, and it's because they're part of the family and they love them. Now, it's one of the reasons why it's almost like an untapped resource out there of clients, because people don't focus on it. Especially if you don't have pets yourself, it's very easy to not understand the connection that somebody will have with their pet. What we find as well is sometimes these can be quite sad, because a lot of people will come in, especially with dogs, if the dogs are getting towards the end of their life and they want to capture some family pictures before anything should happen to the dog and things. Again, the emotional peak is so high in that situation that a lot of the time with pet photography, the pictures sell themselves. The sales part is very easy, because when somebody books in for a pet shoot, they've already made that decision that it's time to get some pictures, and so you can get prints, you can get wall art albums, you can get digital sales very easy with pet photography. Now for us, we use it as a gateway into the other types of sessions that we do, because with pet photography, the referrals seem to be a lot higher than the rest of the stuff that we do. And I think that's because when clients come into our studio, they can see all the other artwork on the walls. Yes, I came in for pictures of me and my dog. However, I didn't realise you did newborn, I didn't realise you did maternity, I didn't realise you did cake smash, I didn't realise you did family and things like that. And from that point on, somebody who is there looking to purchase pictures of their pets, they also, it means that family's a very big thing for them, and this dog or pet is part of the family, so they're more likely to go, I would like to book a big family session with you as well. And what we find is there's a lot of repeat business with clients that come in for pet photography. It's a real big untapped resource, and I imagine there's a lot of you watching this who'll be thinking, oh no, pets isn't for me. But if you stop and think about what it can lead into, it can almost be like you will potentially do social media or paid adverts to bring in family sessions, or say newborn sessions or maternity sessions. If you promote the pet photography, you get your messaging right and you get the experience right for the client. they will bring in that work for you. So you're almost getting paid by that client to bring extra work in. So it's a real good untapped resource. And if you're using this as though this is your only source and you're only doing pet photography and nothing else, then you're missing out on that bit. For us, we don't put a massive budget into our advertising for pet photography because we don't need tons of it. It's not our bread and butter, but that is, we bring in a certain amount of it and we try and make sure that we get some sort of referral further down the line and things. It works extremely well for us. So with the pet photography, again, we keep the pricing exactly the same as everything else. That way, when something else does come in to see us for a family shoot or something else further down the line, there's no discrepancies. There's no, well, why did you charge me this at that point, but then you're charging this at that point. Everything's all flatline across the way. And a great thing with it is, if a client comes in for a pet session, and let's say they spend £1,000, but when they come back for the newborn or the family or whatever type of session it might be, before for the pet session they came in and maybe they were thinking expectation spend wise was down here and we can get them to spend up here. When they then come back for the referral side of things, they're no longer starting here, they're starting up here, and what you find is the sale actually is higher again. And this all just comes from pet photography. So it's really worth doing something along the lines of pet photography and start to think about how you would do that. Very easy type of shoots to do. And again, if you're struggling on what to shoot, we can go through on another separate video. If you put a comment down just saying that you'd like to see some stuff, I can send you a little breakdown of what we shoot and what we then show to the client. And again, depending on the type of animal you've got, they can be very easy shoots. If you've got dogs, expressions are fantastic. Hardest shoot I ever did was a guinea pig. That just sat there. It didn't do anything. So to try and get creative with a guinea pig, we had to get other people involved and stuff like that. That's it. There's not much to go through with pet photography, but apart from, do not discount it. Don't stop and go, oh, I can't do this and I can't do that, or it's not going to bring in X amount. The idea of this mini series going through all these 15 different types of sessions you can bring in is for you to realize that you don't have to be the #1 expert on this one type of session, and that has to pay all the bills. Because if something should happen or whatever and it doesn't quite do it, makes it very hard. Now, if you've got 15 different sources of leads coming in and you've got a constant supply of each one, it's okay if something should happen, you can no longer do that today or this week or this month, because you've still got 14 backups which can still bring work in for you. It makes it so much easier and reduces an awful lot of stress for you. So pet photography, definitely give it a consideration and look into that. Hope you found this useful. Give me a like and subscribe. Put in the comments if there's anything I've not covered or you'd like me to go over with you. And I will see you in the next one. Thanks very much. Bye.